On regards to this whole change of requirements for minimum watch time, I understand it would be very disheartening or heartbreaking or even dissuading to a lot of individuals who want to start off and quote unquote make it. Make it big or make it well or get a lot of money on this platform. But I want to share don't be discouraged by these changes. The most important thing that I do want to share with you is in always serving yourself, you would think everything is an attack against you. In always serving yourself, you'll always want for yourself. In always serving yourself, you'll always want. And when you always want for you, it becomes a very shallow way of life, and you become easily dissuaded from doing things that are outside of you, that are bigger than you. And oftentimes that means being creative. When you serve yourself all the time, you'll always be looking for returns, and anything that happens like this, right? Increase watch time, increase demand for viewership or whatever. It's easy to dissuade yourself and beat yourself up and go the route of AI garbage. It really is. But it's a very selfish way to go on about your creations, is it not? When you serve the people, when you serve love, when you serve intelligence, when you serve friendship or care or compassion or whatever it may be in that regard, then it does not matter if any halts or setbacks occur because you're in servitude of something that you don't need anything in return from. When you are in servitude to love, you will create endlessly because you don't want anything in return. So the ones who are harmed, quote unquote, harmed with this change, yeah, are most likely and definitely real people. But for those very people, if they are so easily dissuaded to choose a path of lesser resistance and go into using AI and churning out garbage, then those people were really not the ones you should have been making famous, no? But the ones who see and just take note of this change, don't be dissuaded by it. Continue doing what you do and don't become overly reliant on wanting a return. Do this out of you ness, not necessity or desperation. Because let's say you continue to do this out of serving yourself, you become the very repetitive, inhuman, disgusting garbage that loops itself with rubbish works. You become the very thing that this platform so deeply holds on to and promotes rubbish garbage, repetitive formulaic garbage. That's what it is. But when you continue as yourself, which should be as yourself, then this is no setback because you would have been being yourself anyway, right? And the most important question from that is, well, what does yourself look like? Am I intelligence? Am I pretend? Am I just wanting fame? Am I pretending to be nice so I can get something in return? Right? You have to ask yourself this. Now, if you are honest with yourself, then this YouTube change should be no different than a reflection of how the world has been ever since we lived in it and much before. If you are an authentic voice on this platform, you will be drowned out mostly by rubbish and garbage and meaningless things. AI slop will be churning out 1,000 to 1 authenticity, right? But the world's been doing that for since we learned to walk. One has reason or compassion or love or creativity or courage, friendship, honesty, all of these things, they're absolute. When have the worlds of not just today, but yesterday or 10,000 years ago or 1,000,000 years ago, when has it ever uplifted that? Never. You will always be as love, in servitude of love, as intelligence, in servitude of intelligence, as friendship, care, courage, defiance, all these things. You will always be as if you are a drop of water in an whole, in a in an ocean. One in contrast to so much more. It will always be like that as long as you are absolutely honest with yourself. Who am I? Am I just doing this out of selfishness, whatever it may be? Or am I continuing to be self? And regardless if there are tens and thousands of hours of rubbish being churned out every second, and that is going against your one honest 10-minute video or whatever it may be, your art piece or your performance in ballet or your performance in a fighting ring. Show up as you. Do not rely on these external check marks and checkpoints as a reinforcements that you are on the right path. It's all wordless and meaningless. You embody who you are. And if that seeps out into the world and onto this platform in forms of creation, then let it be. And you will let it be again and again and again. And it will not matter if the requirement is 50,000 hours for watching or 10,000 hours for watching. It becomes all meaningless. You stop caring about external validations, not because you start to aim by not caring for it, but by simply that's a byproduct of you serving love. care, intelligence, and so on. Honesty. But in always serving yourself, you'll always be restricted because you're looking for ways that only benefit you, and anything that even in a slightest of shift changes for your self building projection or trajectory. Oh my god, might as well stop. Oh my god, I want to give up. Does not matter if the whole world changes. It's not rarely been right. But as long as you do right, as long as you be you, which is to be honest and continue to express yourself honestly, which is the most difficult thing to do in itself. It does not matter if the world applauds or watches. Don't be discouraged by these quote unquote setbacks. Don't be discouraged with anything in your life. Don't be discouraged by the hells of life or even the smallest splinters. They are only a reflection of how much more can you defy? How much more can you love? Love. And let love be you. Let intelligence be you. Let you be you. And not what can I get? And continue being you. Don't lose hope or be hopeless or be dissuaded by these things. And I'm not just talking about YouTube, I'm talking about the hardest of moments of life, isolations, and everyone against you in actuality, and everyone abandons you. No one sees you for who you are. I'm talking about all of that. I hope you picked that up. But don't be dissuaded. Yes, you might feel more alone, but so what? Is truth, love, honesty not the most lonely thing of all? Yet it continues to be itself. Why should you be any different? Why should you turn to producing garbage or using garbage to make more garbage? Why should you turn into the world when the world rejects you again and again? And it will if you are all the things mentioned prior. So never give up as much as you want to. This is not your end because you are never ending. So don't give in to this metric of false sense of importance. Be you again and again, and take care of yourself.